And welcome back. Time now to welcome in from the Erie Times-News, the man of the hour. It's too sweet to be out. He was Ric Flair before Ric Flair. Styling and profiling. See, only the best intros for you.
Wow, thank you.
Only the best.
Thank you very much.
Duane, every day my mindset changes. He's staying, he's gone, as far as LeBron. What do you think today?
I still think he's gone. I mean, I just think there's so much out there for him to capture away, and there's too much things that are going on with him there. I mean, you know, you were talking about it, like I said, a new GM, coaching still, we got an issue. He's got a majority owner who basically said he's going to do what he wants, and he's not going to put LeBron in a situation where he's going to ask him to see who the coach is going to be, and he's put his stamp down. So I keep going back to the fact that some people don't seem to understand this, that LeBron's loyalty is to Akron. It's not to Cleveland. There were times when he even talked about it earlier in his career. He used to go to Cavs games to see the other team. He didn't even go to see Cleveland. So his loyalty is with Akron. So these are two separate entities right now, and I believe he'll stay loyal to Akron, but I believe he's gone. I think he'll go somewhere else.
So one way or the other, if he stays, who's the coach? If he goes, who's the coach? Do you have any thoughts on that?
You want to sit there and say Byron Scott. I don't think Byron is the answer, because Byron's not an emotional guy. He's not a motivator type person, and that is what Dan Gilbert wants. He wants a motivator. He wants a Doc Rivers, because he watched Doc Rivers do what he did against his team. So that's what he wants. Byron Scott is not in that category, and I just don't know. I mean, I thought they would get somebody before the draft. That didn't happen. So now it's like, what do you do? I mean, who do you go after? I mean, you can go reaching the TV. You know what's crazy about this whole thing? If Hubie Brown was about 7, 8 years younger, I'd go get Hubie, to be perfectly honest. I mean, when he spoke out about how LeBron should be used and how they should use him as a basketball player, it was like, man, Hubie's got the knowledge, and LeBron respects that. And I think it would be great if Hubie was younger. Right. Obviously, you can't ask a guy that age to do what he would have to do, particularly with a team like that. Right. Because LeBron's not the only thing you got going in that regard.
Duane, let me ask you about two other coaches. First of all, Phil Jackson with Los Angeles, Doc Rivers with Boston. We'll start with Phil. He talked about, I'm leaning towards retirement. Are you buying it?
No.
Yeah.
No. I think that when you're Phil Jackson and you look at the team that's coming back, and yeah, you got some free agents out there, but come on. You got Kobe Bryant, Paul Gasol. You go on and on with the talent on that team, and they could win it again. And to go down in history of getting 4 three-peats, at that point, already at this point right now, I don't care. I know they're talking about, well, he coached Michael, he's coached Kobe, he's coached Shaq. You win that many championships, you're a great coach. I think if he was to win another one next year, he's in another stratosphere. We're not even anyone close to him if he was able to do that. And it would be hard to resist that temptation that you could do it again. And they remind me so much of that second Bulls run with you got Artest, he's like the Rodman. They've got Gasol, he's like the Pippen. Of course, Kobe is the Michael, and they've got these role players. He's got the Vujovic and a Shannon Brown, and I think there's still guys he could develop, the Bynums. And there's still things that he could do in that regard, and I just don't see how you can walk away from that opportunity.
After Game 7 of the NBA Finals and after the last question, the reporters gave Doc Rivers a hand. I've never seen that before. That's how much they like the guy and respect the guy. Do you think he's back?
Doc's a little different. I think Doc's going to take more time to figure it out than Phil, because it was an emotional thing for him. He really showed the whole team concept thing. He really preached that to them, and that's why Boston got that far. I mean, individually, they didn't match up with some of the teams that they played against, but collectively, he got them to believe that. And they're talking about his kids. Obviously, they play sports, they play basketball. He would like to see them. And Doc, I think Doc fought so hard to prove he could coach. And now that he's proven that, I don't know, he might be the kind of guy that can walk away. Because there were times when he first started, I mean, let's be honest, he was with Orlando. It was kind of like, ooh. You know, like, are you, what kind of coach are you? But, you know, he figured it out with Boston. And even early in Boston's tenure, when he was there, it was like they were losing. They weren't a great team, but you see what talent can bring. But he molded that. This was his best coaching job, to be a game away from winning the NBA Finals, winning the World Championship with that collection of players. Testament to him. But I think it's going to take some time. I personally believe that he won't come back. I just think that once he sits back and goes, you know what, I can rest on this. He can always go back to TV for 2 or 3 years. If he gets recharged again, he can go right back in it.
All right, before we get into our thumbs up, thumbs down, I've been reading in the paper about all these great predictions you've made. Mm-hmm. Now, give us the Powerball numbers for next week. Give us the real prediction.
I wish I could come up with the Powerball. I've never had any. I don't even try it, because I can't come up with numbers. I mean, when I go to my birthday, I would probably throw all kind of numbers out there, and I've never been able to do it. I wish I could give you something. How many numbers are in the Powerball anyway?
5, and then the Powerball number. Okay. So you got to come up with 6.
I have to come up with 6 numbers?
Yeah.
42, 45, 12,
you writing these
71, 10, 6, and the Powerball number would be 20.
All right, we're going to go with that. All right, time now for thumbs up, thumbs down. And my thumbs up goes to the committee and all the volunteers running the Erie chapter of the Pennsylvania Sports Hall of Fame. A great deal went into last Tuesday night's dinner, and thanks to people like Carol Costello, Bill Flaherty, Joe Mattis, Gus Picardo, and many others, it came off without a hitch. My thumbs down to FIFA for not having some sort of instant replay. Other sports can have it. Why not soccer? A chance to quickly overturn some missed calls and in some cases some very valuable goals. Gents, get her done. Make the move.
Well, I know my thumbs up next week could be Duane Rankin, if those numbers are right, just to let you know. But as for this week, thumbs up, the Penguins and Matt Cook for getting a deal done. We all wanted to see the Cookie Monster back in the Bird. He was certainly the one the Pens had to at least make an effort to re-sign. They did it, and way to go there. Thumbs down, Stanley Cup champs. I'm shocked. The guy who meant the absolute most to your team in the run to the Cup, Dustin Buffalo, 11 goals, 5 of which were game winners. Packaged up in a deal to Atlanta. I was shocked, as was Mike. I'm sure most of Chicago was too, us being huge Buffalo fans.
Wow. That's crazy right there. My thumbs up, the Los Angeles Lakers, back-to-back champions, and you've got to give credit to that entire team. It wasn't a one-man show there. It was an entire team effort, and I'm going to just say this to Phil. Go ahead and come back. We want to see you give it one more run, see if you can make this history. And Albert Hainsworth is my thumbs down. I understand his mindset, but it's getting to the point now where you're not Reggie White. You haven't come in and put a franchise on your back and won a championship. So until that happens, you're getting a ton of money anyway. Stop dictating. Come in, do what you got to do. And it's getting to the point where players are talking about it. It's ridiculous. It's just getting out of hand.
Duane, thanks so much for stopping by.
Thank
Enjoyed
you.
it very much. We win Powerball, we're split. We're calling it.
Yeah. All right, sounds
Wait.
10%? 10%. All right. KC, thanks. That does it for this edition of the Sunday Sports Blitz. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday.